Tuesdays on NBC, it's my favorite show. It's the story of a man named Earl. He's done things that he's not proud of, but now he's on a mission to repair everything he's ever done wrong. Find out which bad deed he tackles next on the critically acclaimed My Name is Earl. That's Tuesday at 9/8 Central on NBC.
Very nice.
Thank you, Wally.
I think I'll watch Earl now after listening to that.
You'll love it.
You can relate to that, huh?
I love that show.
24 laps to go. What can possibly happen next?
Let me guess.
A caution.
Yeah.
Ricky Rudd, Joe Nemechek, Jimmy Johnson, Denny Hamlin, Carl Edwards. The top 5 cars, 2 tires. Then it's Kurt Busch, Jeremy Mayfield, Greg Biffle, Mark Martin, and Casey Mears.
And Jeremy also, I'm sure, changed too. Oh boy.
Oh boy, he's right.
Oh boy. But you know, 23 laps to go. I think the tires will last this long. Hopefully.
Marty?
Well, Bill, I think the 48 team has been through everything tonight. Let's first of all talk about the decision to take 2 tires there, Chad. Why?
Well, we came in on the last stop when everybody else stayed out and took 4 tires, knowing that, well, not knowing, but realizing that the pattern for the night has been a caution about every 20 laps. And 40-some laps to go, we thought it'd be a wise choice to come in, take 4 tires at that point, get as much track position as we could, and then come in and take 2 and hopefully get up closer to the front, which the guys did an incredible job on that 2-tire stop. Did a great job changing the battery earlier, and you know, we'll see if we get out here with a top 5 finish.
Jimmy has said the alternator has suddenly woken up, so they're thinking it may be a gauge. All along may have been a gauge saying the battery was going bad. Dave?
Real quickly with Michael McSwain now, he's talking to Ricky. They took on just 2 right side tires. Have your lefts been okay, Fat Back, and can they last?
Yeah, they've been good. We've seen minimal wear all day, or all night, I should say. The car's been pretty good. I just hope we freed it up enough, but we got some clean air here. That should help a little bit. We'll see. You know, he's had a good car all night, and take what we can get.
All right, Ricky Rudd's the leader. Alan?
Ryan Pemberton has just climbed down for the pit box. Ryan, can you hang up there? You worked all night to get back.
Yeah, it's been a trying day here. The Army team's done a great job. They've really pulled together here, changed a couple batteries. Car's been great. You know, we're just pacing ourselves early in the day. Don't want to push it too much. You know, the problems that everybody's having, so we've just been pacing ourselves. Like 22 to go when we get here, so I think that we should have enough tire left to make it to the end.
He's probably got all his toes crossed inside those shoes, plus all his fingers.
15 cars are out of the race.
All right, here we go. Pace car off.
Ricky Rudd will bring them to the green. Rudd has been in 58 races here. He's never finished in the top 2. His best finish at this track, 3rd, twice.
Can't really run 80% now. Gotta go.
Rudd, Nemechek, Jimmy Johnson.
Nemechek trying to get that outside position on Rudd, and looks like he might have it.
He's got it, Benny, and I think Jimmy Johnson is going to try to bottle him through. Uh-oh.
And Rudd is slow.
Off the pace.
Ricky Rudd off the pace. Oh, and Jimmy Johnson
smoking.
Is that tire smoke?
Yes, the car. He's driving the car harder than he has. He's driving the car harder than he has all night, and the tire's coming up hitting the fender.
Well, I guess he's burying it. Wow.
Maybe he ran the 21 car.
I was going to
say he looks like he's got contact right there above the fender. Marty, did he make contact with 21?
That's what the team thinks, Wally. He made a little bit of contact when he was swerving behind the 21 car, and that's knocked the left front fender in on that tire. Dave?
That's what the 21 thinks too, Marty. And they're still discussing whether or not they have a problem or not, but the 21 definitely contact with the 48.
Rudd remains on the track. In fact, 11th that time by.
Hitting that thing pretty hard, Benny.
I'll tell you what, it seems to be getting worse instead of better.
It's on board.
Jimmy Johnson 2nd on the track and 2nd in the championship standings. Watch for the smoke here. The 48.
48 just squeezing in there, and they just made contact right there. And it just bent the fender on top of the tire.
And that's when Rudd got out of the gas. Meanwhile, Denny Hamlin hangs onto that third spot right behind him.
Now, eventually he'll either wear enough rubber off the tire where it'll stop smoking, or it'll cut the tire.
And what happens then?
Contact with the wall.
Nothing good.
No.
Kurt Busch in fourth. Chasing Hamlin. Carl Edwards runs fifth.
And Jimmy Johnson, the last lap, ran his fastest lap of the night. So
he's like it is getting better.
He's after Joe Nemechek.
Dave?
Pretty good race for Denny Hamlin in that 11 car. Second Nextel Cup start. Been making small changes to the car all night long. Came down pit road during that last caution. Made an air pressure adjustment for a car that was having just a little trouble turning. Matt?
It's been a horrible chase for Busch, a 35th, 23rd, 8th, and 14th last week at Kansas. And BP, remember on Thursday at the garage, he walked up and said, all I need is a little bit of luck. And maybe tonight, his luck will start to change. He has 4 tires, slowly reeling the leaders in.
He gets by Denny Hamlin, moves into that third position.
Hamlin took just 2 tires on that stop.
Jimmy Johnson is closing the gap between him and the 01. Marty?
Well, Jimmy's been asking his spotter, Chris Osborne, does it look any better? Does the tire smoke any better? And I think we're going to have a battle for the lead here pretty quickly, guys. It is getting better for Jimmy, and he's going to go for the lead here on the front stretch.
He's going to get the lead. Down into 1 on the bottom. Well, Nemechek hangs tough on the outside.
But, I think Jimmy's got it.
Nemechek comes back.
I think Jimmy was in front. He just didn't realize he was in front.
Normally going in 3, the guy on the outside can run in a little bit harder. Jimmy Johnson's car is sticking pretty good down there, but side by side.
14 to go.
And that's letting Kurt Busch, the 97 car, get closer to these 2 guys.
Johnson down low, Nemechek up high.
How about 3 wide down the front stretch next time by as Kurt Busch tries to get on the inside.
Johnson falls in behind Nemechek.
Jimmy Johnson knew what was going to happen with Kurt Busch. He was going to make it 3 wide.
Nemechek is holding his line. Going to make Jimmy Johnson pass him on the bottom. And that's a hard thing to do here tonight.
We're getting down to it. 11 laps to go. I'm sorry, 12 laps to go next time by.
On board with Johnson, looking ahead at Nemechek. Busch right behind. Jimmy Johnson in that 48 car has won the last 3 races at this track and 4 of the last 5. Started 41st tonight.
He got a good bite through there, Jimmy Johnson did.
I'll tell you what, this racetrack owes Joe Nemechek one here in May. 8 laps to go. He's in the same position, leading the race, and the right rear tire punctured and blew.
Here comes Kurt Busch, takes a look underneath.
Kurt trying to get second away from Jimmy Johnson.
Can't do it.
Marty.
Bill, just think about what Jimmy Johnson has been through this evening. They thought they had a battery problem earlier on and an alternator issue. He's been switching fans on and off all night long while he's been driving the race car. They've had at least 3 sets of tires that had blistered right rears. So Jimmy's been processing all of that in his mind, saving his car all evening, driving at 80%, he says, and now going at 100% and going for another win here at what he calls his house.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. won 4 races in a row at Talladega. Johnson's trying to match that with 4 straight here at the Lowe's Motor Speedway.
And Bill Elliott won 4 in a row at Michigan.
That's right. The only 2 times it's happened on a track.
Got to run.
More than a mile in length.
Martha Nemechek, Joe's mom, said, "Come on, Joe."
Jimmy Johnson trying to get around Nemechek. Johnson to the lead.
Clear, Jimmy, clear, clear, clear.
Oh, that's what he wanted to hear. Martha did not want to hear that.
Joe's #1 fan.
Your stuff. Save your stuff. You got a big
Chief Chad Canals talking to Jimmy Johnson.
These guys are all holding their breath right now that this thing stays green.
Save your stuff.
Behind this, Denny Hamlin has fallen to 5th, Mark Martin 6th, then Mears, Carl Edwards, Ryan Newman, and Rudd is 10th. Seven to go. There are the standings right now.
Stewart and Johnson tied. Imagine that. And Biffle all but tied, 16 back. But it isn't over.
This race marks the halfway point. 5 down, 5 to go when the checkered falls 6 laps from now.
Kurt Busch taking a look again underneath it. Yep. And he's there.
Tony Stewart on pit road.
He's got the spot.
Get tires.
Oh, and he slides up in front of Nemechek. Nemechek coming right back at him. The crossover.
Jimmy Johnson's loving this. Trying to pull away.
But now Kurt Busch has the preferred line.
And they've got company.
Greg Biffle in the 16, the National Guard trying to get past the Army. Trouble on the backstretch. Car around.
But Rusty Wallace.
One blown up on the back.
Rusty Wallace. More trouble for another contender in the chase for the Nextel Cup.
Oh, Jimmy Johnson did not want to see this. Left front tires flat. Of course, that could have happened as he spun around back there. Yeah, Chad, you didn't want to see that caution flag, did you?
Last call for Rusty Wallace here at the Lowe's Motor Speedway. 2-time winner here. It's Brian Vickers, yep.
Just got busy back there.
Yeah, he did.
What else to say?
Johnny Sauter, the 09 car, passed he and the 25 of Vickers as they battle off turn 2. Sauter in the 09 car, and it's like Rusty hit a bump or something and just.
I think he got hit by Johnny when he was making that pass. It looked like Rusty and Vickers had to kind of check up because they were almost wrecking together. Sauter had to run, and it may have made a little bit of contact that just knocked Rusty's car out of shape.
Rusty Wallace.
And that's for the 12th position. So those guys are running hard.
Now this says he's trying to get to pits.
Right rear blows. Takes the fender with it and the cone.
Rusty's gone all season without a DNF, but did not finish.
Still there. Watch it in front of you. Still there. It's been in front of you. Clear. All clear.
What's that, BP?
Sauter didn't make any contact with Rusty there.
Looked like he had contact with Vickers, though, obviously.
I think he and Vickers might have made contact, and he certainly was trying to keep the 2 car off the 25.
Jimmy Johnson, the race leader. Just a handful of laps to go here at the Lowe's Motor Speedway.